Hello everybody, good morning, just about. But yeah, a bit of a late start, massively late start. I was in Leeds today doing a court case and stuff, so nothing massive, don't worry about it, don't worry about me. But yeah, last night's stream was a write-off. Tried to do it from the hotel, but the Wi-Fi was absolutely unacceptable. Right, so let's have a look at the charts then, shall we? And by the way, I will be doing a live stream tonight and tomorrow and Friday because it's been an exciting week. And that's my way of making it back to you. If you're a patron, that is. That's where you're going to get the live streams. Right, let's get stuck in. So the total 2 getting that clean rejection. And this is better than expected. Because we were expecting a rejection from here on the first pass, then a move back down and then move up. So we actually closed here this week. We've retested it. We've gone straight up to the top and back down again. I suppose this is the thing I've been trying to point out to people when I was saying don't FOMO, don't FOMO, don't FOMO, because there's no need to FOMO. You have these big massive moves up, and the last thing you want to do is get caught on the top, or it's not obviously the top, but you know what I mean. If you want to get a decent entry, so Ethereum's pulled back 9.5%. Bitcoin's still roughly unchanged. For some reason XRP is green. But all these other coins, Doge, which is a massive player, the peak on that to where we're at right now, that's down 11.5%. SHIB, massive move down from where the peak was. So this is what I mean, don't FOMO. There's been plenty of people FOMOing. Now we're down 20%. So the point I've been trying to put across since we've seen these breakouts is that you will see big moves up from coins. Let's just measure it from here. So you see 63% up, 20% down. These are the types of moves that you're going to get. This doesn't mean that either this is where it's going to get held. Just looking at SHIB at the moment, it's a very neat retest on the 7 simple moving average. Seeing something like that means most likely that it's going to try to move back up for another big move back up and then another big move back down. So with that, you just got to be prepared to see these big swings in either direction. Leverage, I'll probably stay away from it, to be honest, unless you really know what you're doing and you've got a lot of risk management skills. There's really no point in trying it. The volatility will liquidate both sides no matter how accurate and appropriate you think your trade is. Unless you're employing decent risk management, everyone's just going to get wrecked on both directions. So it's still very much the easy part of the market as far as I'm concerned, because the entry points for most portfolios, should we say, or general entry points for spot positions in general, should have been done a little while back now. And so really, when I say this is the easy part of the trade, maybe not today, is not particularly feeling very easy for most people if you're new to crypto, because you're like, in this instance you're 20% down. At its peak you were like 23% down, and there's a very strong chance that we do break these areas and come down to much lower areas on these charts. That's all absolutely possible within the context of a much broader breakout. So looking at the total 2, broken out, big time breakout. Now, just play devil's advocate. This is what we've kind of been expecting. And look at it. I'm not saying that I got a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. It's just my expectation seems to be appropriate again. It's just luck. It's just luck, I'm guessing. It's just luck. So we had the breakout. We've had the retest. Now we're moving back up. Bitcoin is dominant, right? Massively dominant. Bitcoin's basically unchanged on the day, whereas altcoins, even Ethereum, is down 10%. So recognize what that means for something like the dominance chart. It's going to keep moving up. The next major horizontal area of significance, and way stronger than this one. This one is a decent one. It's not a nothingness. This is a really good area to have seen a rejection. We did get a little rejection from the 58.5% dominance, little one. What we're looking for now is probably a move back up to 63.5, where on a horizontal perspective is a much bigger move. So we had these big supports here, we've had these big rejections over here, you've had supports, and then you had these big resistances which led to this chaos move for altcoins. That's a positive chaos, by the way. So holding on to altcoins is perfectly fine and appropriate given enough time, I think, at this point. There's enough evidence in the market to suggest that it's all turning around quite nicely, but Bitcoin still being the main player, most likely going to continue to remain dominant. With a move like last night, so I made that little video on the Patreon last night just to get something out there. I said we're probably going to try and sweep up to 90,000, and we did. What's $25 between friends? It's nothing, is it really? So, and there you go. So a rejection from 90,000, and this is what I'm generally expecting at this point. Now that it's a blue sky breakout for Bitcoin, incremental levels, round numbers, they're the places of interest. 90,000, okay, fine. Are we going to continue to pull back from here? Based on the daily, there's no bearish divergence on momentum. It could easily go straight back up and into the 90s. On the 4-hourly, no bearish divergence on this either. So it can still easily get picked straight back up. Altcoins will likely follow in the shadow of Bitcoin. And obviously, given the strength, or should I say the volatility, emphasize Bitcoin's move. But that doesn't mean that they're ready to take on a life of their own yet. I don't think they are. There's no rotations. I don't think anyone's willing to rotate out of Bitcoin, really. I made a very early rotation way back when, a long time ago now, and that proved to be unfruitful, should we say. So I'm not prepared to rotate anything until I see at least 63.5% dominance. Maybe I'll flip a Bitcoin or two into some altcoins at that point. But really, I've got my altcoin portfolio. I've got my Bitcoin and cold storage. I'm happy with everything that I've got, and I'm just enjoying what I keep saying should be the easy part of the market, where things just go up bit by bit, incrementally, week on week, month by month, with these big swings up and big swings down. So today, clearly, we're seeing a move down, and as far as entry points are concerned, like I say, I don't see any reason to think that Bitcoin is suffering any weakness at this level. It wants to move back up into the 90s again. Ethereum, like I say, the 7 simple has been tagged on the daily. We'll check the 4-hourly. 4-hourly is looking quite weak actually here, so if it gets picked up, it will be through association with Bitcoin. It's kind of lost the center of the Bollinger Band here, so if it does come down, then I could completely understand that. The most important parts on this for long term, I'd say, is the 2,800, where most moving averages on the weekly are kicking in. So if you want to have a long term bullish projection on Ethereum, which is going to help with the total too, you want to stay above 2,800. But even 3,000, which is where our 200 simple comes in, just below 3,000, that's still a good area as well to assume a bounce. So overall, I am looking, everything is looking quite positive. And actually, looking at this setup right now, believe it or not, Ethereum has generated, well, it needs to confirm tonight, but looks unavoidable, a trend signal, a bullish trend signal on the Ichimoku cloud. So this bodes well for Ethereum, generally speaking. This is a breakout from the accumulation, and with that should come good things with altcoins in general. But recognize what I'm saying. Bitcoin is going to be slow and steady, wins the race. Altcoins are going to be massively choppy and volatile. That's what we expected. But generally, the overall viewpoint is everything should continue to go up. We're just having a red day. That's all. And red days offer opportunities, which is why I'm going to do a live stream today and tomorrow and Friday. If you're a member of the Patreon, that is. Right, so opportunity is rife. Down days, red days are the days to tune in. If we remain red this evening, we might be looking at some really good stuff on the Patreon. Otherwise, I hope you all have a nice day and take it easy.